The usual question we get on Twitter is if X phone is better than the other. So if we handpick some of the best offerings in the head-to-head battle, you're kind of looking at them. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, here with iPhone 7 Plus versus Galaxy S7 Edge, brought to you by dbrand. Pocketnow's iPhone 7 coverage is brought to you by dbrand. To buy the best fitting skin for your phone or tablet, visit dbrand.com. In most cases, calling one phone better than the other is subjective. Some products say that they do more than the other in paper, but not all features matter to all users, so don't let that be the reason for you to buy a product. The case of the iPhone 7 Plus and Galaxy S7 Edge is interesting though, as both products are designed to compete against each other directly, but approach the market in a very different way. Both devices are designed to be the larger and more in-charger phablet of a flagship lineup. Both have certain features that better those of the smaller sibling, and yeah, you can bet that both are the most expensive cream of the crop they represent. The differences in approach start with hardware. The iPhone 7 Plus is literally taller, wider, and thicker than the Galaxy S7 Edge. But you'd ask yourself what for if both devices have the same screen size. You even wonder how Apple's legacy in design could allow a Plus that's not even ergonomically enhanced for even large hands like mine to reach the power button. The S7 Edge, by contrast, is a large phone designed to feel smaller. The buttons are easily reachable, and the curves on the sides make it seem like a smaller phone than it really is. I do have to give props to Apple for the great feel of the aluminum construction, doing a better job at handling fingerprints than the glass and metal on the Galaxy, but if I had to pick which of these is a better looking phone, then the Galaxy wins by a long shot. And as for those screens, the Galaxy continues to take the cake with its Quad HD resolution versus 1080p and AMOLED technology versus IPS. Now, the added pixel density isn't really noticeable for the average eye. The wider color gamut of the iPhone allows for very accurate color reproduction, but it doesn't provide the saturation of AMOLED, nor useful features like the always-on display. Sure, the iPhone then swings back with its pressure-sensitive display, enabling an added layer of interaction through 3D touch, but it's not like if the Galaxy is a slouch with its Edge display menus and shortcuts. Now, if it came to content consumption, I would really incline more to the iPhone 7 Plus. The stereo speakers included are not just significantly louder than the Galaxy S7 Edge, but also more immersive. With the Galaxy, you actually have to learn how to hold it and not muffle the speaker. Sure, the Galaxy includes a 3.5mm headphone jack, but the amp on the iPhone is superior to that of the Galaxy, providing far louder audio through Lightning headphones if you have to. Now, we're definitely going to skip the spec argument because while the Galaxy has more power, the iPhone is more efficient. You notice that the minute you play graphics-intensive games, where it doesn't matter if you're powered by Vulkan on the Galaxy or Metal on the iPhone, the experience is smooth and the phablet size is perfect for this endeavor. And what matters, the Galaxy offers the advantage of starting at 32 gigs with expandable storage, while the iPhone remains at a starting point of 32 gigs. The Galaxy also doubles the size of the battery of the iPhone, but in our preliminary testing of both devices and during running videos at mid-brightness for 30 minutes, the Galaxy burns through that battery faster than the iPhone, and it could just be because of the added pixels on the display. But the Galaxy is better is in fast and wireless charging, going from 0 to around 45% in 30 minutes, where the iPhone can barely scratch 25% in that same time frame. The IP68 water and dust resistance of the Galaxy also means deeper submersion, up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes compared to 1 meter over 30 minutes with the iPhone. Another argument that's not worth our time is the story of software. Calling Android better than iOS or vice versa is a matter of taste. But in this particular case, I do prefer Samsung's approach to a phablet, mainly because the software allows for multi-window support over various applications. The iPhone might not have any of that, but one thing that I do appreciate about iOS is how reliable it can be. Even with the added power of the Galaxy, minor stutters, dropped frames, and clunky launch times are a common deal after a few months of using the Galaxy S7, while the iPhone is famous for doing less, but doing it better, or at least doing it in a more reliable fashion. And then there are those little things that actually matter, where both devices include capacitive buttons, but you can trust that the iPhone's button will not work unless you actually press it, because it does have pressure sensitivity, whereas in the case of the Galaxy, it's just quite common for you to be yanked out of your application because of the multitasking buttons. People also hate the thick bezels of the iPhone's display, but I'm more inclined to love the fact that at least these do a better job than the palm rejection, or the lack thereof, on the Galaxy S7 Edge, where sometimes you don't really understand why an application's not working, and it's because you're holding it the wrong way. It's pretty much that better implementation of features that sometimes wins props for Apple over doing less but doing it better. The camera competition is where things get tricky. Both devices sport 12-megapixel cameras, the Galaxy at f1.7 aperture and the iPhone at f1.8. Both devices are capable of amazing color saturation and detail during the day, and both are quite comparable at night. The Galaxy wins the battle thanks to its face detection autofocus, but the iPhone swings back heavily with its separate 12-megapixel telephoto lens. That 2x optical zoom does come in handy in many situations, and even if both devices have digital zoom capabilities, the iPhone comes on top because of the added zoom of the telephoto lens. In the selfie department, the iPhone is capable of more detail thanks to its 7-megapixel shooter compared to 5, but you don't need a selfie stick with the Galaxy thanks to the wide-angle lens and the wider aperture at f1.7 compared to f2.2, where the iPhone continues to use the most atrocious and dated field of view in smartphone history. Stabilization in video is top-notch on both devices, but optical zoom on the iPhone gives the experience of an added kick when compared to the Galaxy. So at the end of the day, finding a winner is actually a matter of taste. In paper and in many added tricks, the Galaxy would win this one without putting much of a fight. But as we began this video, doing more is not code for doing better. If you value looks, ergonomics, expandability, and the bevy of features, your money should be placed on the Galaxy S7 Edge, hands down. Now, if you want a phablet you can rely on for other things that actually matter, like the camera features, the added endurance, and the consistency in the experience of software, then the iPhone 7 Plus is the way to go. Regardless, you're buying into two of the best phones that 2016 has to offer. Pocketnow's iPhone coverage is brought to you by Dbrand. Check out dbrand.com to customize your iPhone with a real-time preview. Dbrand skins are designed to add grip, texture, and kill those jet black iPhone fingerprints. They ship worldwide, and iPhone skins start at just under $10. If you're interested, links are in the description. Folks, while you're at it, make sure you follow us on social media and hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this one. You can also catch our videos on vessel.com/pocketnow, and follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.